Guardiola actually spoke, and he has sometimes been a little bit irritated by things that have happened in the crowd, and I've spoke to him about that, and he's voiced it on several occasions. But last night, actually, his reaction was, the fans are entitled to boo us as a result of what's happened over the last 4 weeks or so. He was also asked post-match about the cuts to his face, as he came away with quite a few sort of scratches on the top of his head and a cut on his nose when he presented himself for post-match interview. And he gave this response.
Hi, Pep. Sorry to go off topic, but you've got a cut, and apparently some others.
Yeah. With my finger here, with my nail.
That's fine.
I want to hurt myself. Yeah. Good night.
It'll be okay.
It's an interesting response, that. I mean, what you have to hope is that it doesn't go any deeper than that. But I'm not sure it's a laughing matter. But
it's none of you. My answer would have been none of you.
What do you mean?
None of your business.
But it's a bit of a strange thing to happen. You've never seen that before. You understand why people's going to ask.
I mean, what business is it of a journalist?
It wasn't just a cut on the nose. It was scratches all over the top of his head as well.
Right. So in a football conference, and you're talking about football matters, you feel the necessity to ask somebody why they've got a cut on their face.
Well, they're asking about it because you don't know what happened. If you hadn't have asked a question about David Beckham's plaster on his eye, then you wouldn't have found out that Fergie kicked a boot at him.
Hold on. David Beckham made a 4-act play of creating the opportunity for everybody to ask about that.
He went to a press
scenario.
conference.
But he went to a press conference with some cuts on his faces, which is none of a bloody journalist's business. If someone asked me if I got cuts on my face, I say, mind your own business.
I think it was dereliction of duty if no one had asked him about it.
Well, it depends what you think your duty is.
Well, to find out what the story is behind what's happened.
Is the inference not that maybe there was some kind of incident in the dressing room and that's why he asked the question?
Well, that's the inference people might like to draw from it, and that's the subject matter they like to create out of it. It might be something completely different. And by the way, it's no one else.
So it's good that Pep quashed that. So
what he did was he made a throwaway comment, which is, I wanted to harm myself, so that people can then work out what that means. What it is sending up the journalist by going, I wanted to harm myself, didn't I? Because my team in such bad form that I'm moving towards self-harm. He was parodying the ridiculous nature of a question. There are points where journalists are not entitled to ask questions. I don't think it's a journalist's business. If someone asked me that question and I was the manager in turn, I'd say, mind your own bloody business. Why do you look so gormless half the time?
Look, I don't know whether or not it's a laughing matter, to be honest with you, but anyway, let's see what the Manchester City fans think about it. 0371722 3344. That's the number to call if you want to get in touch. You can WhatsApp us as well, same number. You can leave us a voice note, or you can send us a text 81089. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. If you want to watch the show, you can head to the official channels there. You're listening to White and Jordan.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.